So these last two home games, I mean, what's the importance just for you guys in terms of finishing strong in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, I think it's just that, defensively, just finishing off on the right foot. Been through a lot. That could be the case for almost every team. Injuries, replacing guys. Getting new faces in the lineups, and trying to work out different schemes through different weeks. And so, we just want to end it on the right foot. End it the way that we've seen glimpses of how great the defense is and can be, and obviously we've seen the other side of that as well. And so we just want to end it on the right foot.
So Chris Harris is saying that he hasn't had a good year. He's disappointed himself, doesn't belong in the Pro Bowl or anything like that. It's just how has his season been? Has it been what he's saying, or have you guys seen a different side of Chris?
In terms of him saying, his play's been down. I think it's tough on a lot of guys. We asked Chris to do a lot. He's following number one receivers, playing out of position a lot of the times. And, he said it in weeks prior, a lot of what he does makes, a lot of the jobs just all around in the defense in general just, a little bit easier because he's taken a little bit more on. And so, and that could be the case for, multiple different people, but Chris is definitely one of those guys. And so I wouldn't necessarily say, he's had a down year, maybe statistically, not as great as he would have liked, but he's been an integral part of what we've been doing. And like I said, when you got so many different guys flowing through your defense, throughout the season with injuries and stuff, you're going to get asked to do more. And I think that all should be, taken into consideration when you're talking about, the type of year you had. So.
How would you evaluate your season? Would you say it's been worthy?
I'd like to think so, but honestly, I haven't paid too close attention other than seeing highlights of, how other guys are doing, around the league, guys like Earl Thomas, Byard, Fitzpatrick, those types of guys. I know they've had great years too. So, when it comes down to it, whether I make it or not, I just got to keep, fighting the good fight, keep stacking up good seasons. And, obviously I talked about it multiple times, hoping that's here. But, it just has to work out on both sides because I love the system, but I also feel like I make the system work as well as, the system works for me. So I feel like it's a hand-in-hand type of relationship there. So it's been great, though, and I'm looking forward to finishing off strong these last two games.
What would a Pro Bowl mean in terms of being an NFL player? Is it affirmation? Is it just kind of a reminder? What does it mean to someone like you, now that you're in your fourth year in the league?
Yeah, I think for me, I know the type of player that I am. I know the type of impact I can have on games and making game-changing plays and making, more of the better plays than giving up plays. And so, honestly, for me, having, those type of recognition, Pro Bowls, All Pros, things that come with that, I think for me it's just recognition from my peers and maybe, other coaches on the opposing staffs. That's how I look at it. It's almost similar as, getting voted in the top 100. You're being recognized for, your hard work from other teammates and peers and coaches around the league. And so I've never, not once, never had confidence in my own ability. I've always had confidence in how I can play and what I can do. So Pro Bowls and All Pros come from, I think just the recognition from, your peers.
This morning, John Elway said that he plans to keep you a Bronco. What does that mean when you hear the GM say that?
Yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, I'd love to be here. This is home. The past 4 years, this has been home. They gave me my shot. I got drafted in the third round, gave me my shot. After my first year, we know what happened. Being able to come in and earn the starting spot and kind of solidify that. And so it's just been great, everything that I would have wanted. And so I just hope, with that being said, it works out on both ends because obviously I'd love to stay and I've built so many great relationships. And, I wasn't being, I wasn't giving just an immediate answer, a couple weeks ago when I was talking about how special I think, this unit will be moving forward. I really do believe there's a lot of young talent, and this is first-year system on both sides of the ball, a lot of learning to it. And so when you get everyone healthy and talking about the incoming years, I think it's going to be something special here. So.
How big
plays Courtland Sutton has been this year, maybe going back to his rookie year, or if you watched him in college, was there any one moment where you kind of knew, like, oh, this guy is going to be the guy that we're seeing right now?
Yeah, I didn't really watch too much of college. I know there was like a big, deal with him coming out because Emmanuel Sanders was a SMU guy, and those two worked out during the combine together or whatever, and then obviously he got drafted here, and honestly it was during OTAs. Like, he went up and made a bunch of like really hard contested 50-50 balls, but he made it look like a 80-20, 70-30 type catch where like he just always came down with it. And that was just in his rookie year during OTAs, like just getting acclimated, learning the system. And so there's no surprise, if you had told me, sitting here, whatever, 2 games left that he already hit 1,000 yards receiving, definitely, no shocker there. He's going to be great for years to come.
Did he moss you in any of those drills?
Oh, no. That's a tease, Courtland.
Thanks for that.
Good? All right, appreciate you.